Writing to Learn. Written by William Zinsser. Narrated by Charles Constant. Copyright 1988 by William K. Zinsser. This audiobook is published by arrangement with William K. Zinsser Trust and was produced in the year 2025 by Echo Point Books and Media, LLC, which holds the rights to the audiobook recording. Preface. I wrote this book to try to ease two fears that American education seems to inflict on all of us in some form. One is the fear of writing. Most people have to do some kind of writing just to get through the day, a memo, a report, a letter, and would almost rather die than do it. The other is the fear of subjects we don't think we have an aptitude for. Students with a bent for the humanities are terrified of science and mathematics, and students with an aptitude for science and mathematics are terrified of the humanities, all those subjects like English and philosophy and the arts that can't be pinned down with numbers or formulas. I now think that these fears are largely unnecessary burdens to lug through life. This book is a personal journey in which I confronted some of my own fears and lived to tell the tale. What started me on it was my interest in the trend in American schools and colleges called writing across the curriculum, whereby writing is no longer the sole possession of the English teacher, but is an organic part of how every subject is taught. It's an idea I like very much. It establishes at an early age the fact that writing is a form of thinking, whatever the subject. It also makes writing more appealing by enabling students to write about subjects that interest them and that they're good at. The chemistry student who freezes at the mention of Shakespeare or Shelley can write surprisingly well about how oxidation causes rust, or could if anyone asked him to. Up to now, most teachers haven't thought of such subjects as being reachable through writing or as having any kind of literature. But every discipline has a literature, a body of good writing that students and teachers can use as a model. Writing is learned mainly by imitation. Therefore, I decided to look for the literature myself, to collect brief examples of good, accessible writing in a variety of academic disciplines. My hope was to demystify writing for the science types and to demystify science for the humanities types. One condition I set was to stick close to the formal discipline. I wouldn't look for writing, for instance, by journalists, good though it might be. If the discipline was geology, I wanted good writing by a geologist. If it was evolution, I wanted Darwin. If it was relativity, I wanted Einstein. If it was cell biology, I wanted Lewis Thomas. I wanted to show that it's not necessary to be a writer to write well. Clear writing is the logic.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?